Hidden Tuscany villages. Time forgot. The most magical places in Italy aren't where the crowds go, but where time forgot. Hidden among Tuscany's golden hills are villages so breathtaking they seem pulled from a dream. Places untouched by modern life, where history lives in stone walls, fresh bread is made by hand, and every sunset looks painted for you. This is your personal guide to the real Tuscany, rich in culture, full of wonder, and wildly underrated. Enchanting Tuscan essence. Tuscany isn't just a destination, it's an emotion dressed in golden light. The moment you enter its countryside, you're wrapped in a slow rhythm that feels sacred. The gentle hills breathe, cypress trees stand like silent monks, and every breeze carries whispers from the past. Nature and culture live in perfect harmony here. The real magic lies in how time moves differently. You'll see an old man tending his vineyard with the same care his grandfather did. You'll feel the weight of stories in each stone of medieval villages like Montefiorale or Volpaia. These aren't just destinations, they're soul mirrors, inviting you to slow down and listen. Want to truly absorb its essence? Skip five-star hotels for a rustic agriturismo surrounded by olive groves. Rent a vintage Fiat 500 and explore backroads not on Google Maps. Taste wines from unknown labels and talk to the winemakers. Walk through villages at sunset with no plan, letting ancient chapel bells guide your steps. That's when Tuscany reveals her secrets, quietly, generously, only to those who show up with open hearts. San Quirico d'Orcia's timeless charm. San Quirico d'Orcia is like stepping into a living fresco. Located in the heart of Val d'Orcia, a UNESCO World Heritage Site, this village radiates quiet elegance that refuses to fade. Its streets, worn smooth by centuries of pilgrims and merchants, still echo with footsteps from the past. The Horti Leonini Gardens invite reflection and serenity in ways few modern spaces can. The Romanesque Collegiate Church stands as one of San Quirico's jewels. Its carved portals whisper stories older than most nations. Walk a few steps and you're on the Via Francigena, the ancient pilgrim route from Canterbury to Rome, a living artery of European heritage where every cobblestone holds spiritual memory. Consider joining a walking tour that retraces the Via Francigena for a few miles, or spend a morning sketching the village square, even if you've never held a pencil for art. Sip local red wine at sunset while listening to distant church bells. That's Tuscany's rhythm in its purest form. San Gimignano's towering legacy. San Gimignano isn't shy. Its medieval towers punch the sky like proud relics of noble feuds. Known as the Manhattan of the Middle Ages, this UNESCO-protected town showcases Italy's most unique skyline. Each tower was built by rival families trying to outdo one another in height, an ancient game of power disguised as architecture. Beyond the competition lies a deeper story of resilience and artistry. Taste the spirit of the land in Vernaccia di San Gimignano, one of Italy's oldest white wines. It's dry, crisp, and quietly noble, like the town itself. Many cellars offer tastings paired with local pecorino and wildflower honey. Don't just look up at the towers, climb one. Torregrossa, the tallest, rewards every step with panoramic views over Tuscan hills. You'll spot olive groves, vineyards, and terracotta rooftops, stretching like a Renaissance painting. Visit in late afternoon when sun melts the stone buildings into amber and rose hues. Montepulciano, Renaissance and wine. There's something regal about Montepulciano, a town that wears its Renaissance heritage like velvet. Perched high above Val di Chiana, it greets you with grand palazzos, sweeping piazzas, and a soul soaked in red wine. This isn't just any wine, it's Vino Nobile di Montepulciano, one of Italy's most prestigious labels. History invites you in for a sip everywhere you walk. The Temple of San Biagio sits outside town, a flawless example of Renaissance symmetry. Wine cellars hide beneath every other building, some dating to Etruscan times. Tour them and learn how centuries of winemaking wisdom pass from generation to generation. Book a wine tasting with cellar tour and food pairing. Not at a touristy shop, but with a local family-run vineyard. Try Vino Nobile with wild boar ragu or handmade peachy pasta. Listen to growers talk about their vines like children. That's when you understand this isn't just a drink, it's their identity, bottled and aged. Montalcino's medieval majesty. Montalcino rises like a watchful guardian over rolling hills blanketed in vines. Its imposing fortress commands respect, but inside you find a village that warms you like well-aged Brunello. Brunello di Montalcino is considered one of Earth's finest red wines, powerful, elegant, and patient, like the village itself. The 14th century fortress isn't just a relic, it's a living stage. During summer, its courtyards echo with music and festivals. Climb the ramparts for views of endless vineyards where every grape ripens under watchful sky. The village center offers enotecas and cafes that treat hospitality like sacred art. Hike the short trail to Abbey of Sant'Antimo for an unforgettable moment. With its Romanesque structure and Gregorian chants, it's an otherworldly pause in time. Take home a bottle of Brunello, aged no less than 5 years. But more than that, take the mindset. Great things take time to mature. Pienza, the ideal Renaissance city. Pienza isn't just a town, it's a Renaissance manifesto carved in travertine. Conceived by Pope Pius II as the ideal city, every corner reflects symmetry, purpose, and philosophical elegance. The Piccolomini Palace, cathedral, and street layout, nothing was left to randomness. It shows what humanity builds when beauty and vision lead. Don't let the grandeur fool you. Pienza has a warm, pastoral heart. One whiff of Pecorino di Pienza cheese tells the story. Local shops display wheels aged in caves, infused with truffle, walnut leaves, or herbs. Pair it with local red for a Tuscan picnic that would make Michelangelo weep. The Belvedere Walkway offers views over Val d'Orcia so surreal, you'll question reality. It's a romantic hotspot where people propose, paint, and pause. Walk this path at dawn when fog kisses the valley and light touches each field like benediction. That's when Tuscany feels closest to heaven. Pitigliano's cliffside wonder. Pitigliano isn't just another village. It's a marvel carved into stone where cliffs cradle history. Nicknamed Little Jerusalem, this village rises dramatically from tufa rock, blending seamlessly as though nature sculpted it with divine precision. Walking its labyrinthine streets feels like exploring a living storybook. What sets Pitigliano apart is the richness of its soul. The Jewish quarter, established centuries ago, still echoes with memory and resilience. The synagogue, kosher bakery, and old wine cellars built into volcanic rock speak of communities that merged, survived, and created together. Visit the hidden tunnels beneath the city, once escape routes, now open for exploration. These carved passageways stir imagination like few places on Earth. Walk the V-Cave, Etruscan pathways carved between high stone walls that pulse with mystery. Feel history beneath your feet on paths that predate Roman roads. Castiglione della Pescaia's coastal allure. When you crave sea but don't want to give up medieval village charm, Castiglione della Pescaia delivers both in Mediterranean sunlight. This coastal gem fuses beach bliss with historical depth. Its castle crowns the town like a proud sentinel, while pastel houses lean over cobblestone alleys that spill toward the sea. The salt air carries more than ocean breeze, it brings stories. Fishermen still mend nets by hand. Locals greet each other like old friends. Medieval walls hum with centuries of seaside tales. The nearby Diaccia Botrona Reserve offers flamingo sightings and serene walking trails far from crowded beaches. Start mornings with espresso in a cafe under the castle, then head to calm beaches for swimming. End days with grilled seafood and chilled vermentino as sun sets behind fishing boats. It's not just vacation, it's therapy, Tuscan style. Certaldo, literary and historical heritage. Certaldo feels like a secret whispered by time. Split into modern Certaldo Basso and ancient Certaldo Alto, the upper town is where magic truly lives. Draped in red brick, it's Giovanni Boccaccio's birthplace, one of modern literature's fathers. You don't just visit this village, you converse with it through cobblestone dialogues and centuries-old silence. Walking Certaldo Alto's streets feels like stepping into a Renaissance theater set. The Palazzo Pretorio stands tall with coat of arms and frescoes, guarding stories from political intrigue to poetic dreams. During the Mercantia Festival, jugglers, storytellers, and artisans turn every alley into a stage. Visit Boccaccio's house, Sit by the window where he might have gazed while penning the Decameron. Reflect on how storytelling shapes cultures, preserves values, and travels further than empires. For creators, this place is fuel. For dreamers, it's permission. For everyone, it's proof that ideas outlive walls. Capalbio, medieval immersion. Capalbio is where you visit for peace and stay for perspective. Tucked in southern Tuscany near Maremma, this fortified village masters slow living. Its intact medieval walls circle a life that's unhurried and unspoiled. No traffic noise or tourist traps, just quiet alleys, stone steps, and panoramic views that reset your mind. Walk the wall perimeter for sweeping views of olive groves, distant sea, and golden fields rippling in wind. It's landscape that doesn't scream for attention, but wins hearts with grace. Locals live as they always have, gathering at small cafes, tending gardens, exchanging news like it matters. Capalbio is ideal for travelers wanting to escape without disconnecting from meaning. Read under a fig tree, write in a journal overlooking hills, eat lunch made from ingredients grown nearby. Here, luxury isn't excess but simplicity, the art of doing less, better. Your journey awaits. Which of these villages sparked your wanderlust most? Share your thoughts and dreams in the comments. If you want more journeys like this, real, rich, unforgettable, subscribe and hit that notification bell. Tuscany is just the beginning.